You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
The holiday travel season is now underway. We'll take a look at the busy roads and how busy it'll get this week nationwide.
Plus, the CDC is warning against eating romaine lettuce over E. coli concerns, but we'll tell you why Suncoast farmers say there are still safe ways to eat it.
And we'll tell you what police say led to this suspected gas thief accidentally setting himself on fire. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now. That story's on the way. Yes.
I don't want to say karma, but you're trying to steal gas and that happens.
That's true. 6 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jess Daldrick. Thank you so much for joining us on this Thanksgiving Eve. For a look at what your forecast is going to look like, let's head over to meteorologist John Scalzi.
Everything's good in the weather department today. We're looking at quiet conditions across the entire area in terms of any rainfall today. It's sunshine, really, wall to wall throughout the day today and probably for most of tomorrow as well. Tomorrow we might get a few extra clouds on Thanksgiving Day, but for today, beautiful. 61 in Bradenton, 62 Lakewood Ranch, 63 Sarasota, 65 in Venice. As we head through the day today, add about 10 to 15 degrees onto that temperature. We'll see plenty of sunshine up to about 77, and all the airport hubs serving Sarasota International running on time at this hour. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic. Here's the scene first off in Manatee County. Some minor delays there on State Road 70 westbound around Lockwood Ridge. Otherwise, nothing major so far. Farther south, here's the northern half of Sarasota County. Earlier issues have since cleared up. And then our South County map will show just a tiny little blip, if you look closely enough, on the 681 connector as you get off 75. I know, get your telescope out for that one. 75 toward 41. A little delay there at 6:01 on this Wednesday morning. The holiday rush is underway now, and Thanksgiving travel this year is expected to be the busiest since 2005.
ABC's Candace Gibson has the latest with gas prices dropping 24 cents in the last month. More drivers are packing those roadways.
From the roads to the rails and everywhere in between.
All the train tickets were sold out already.
The Thanksgiving travel season is in full swing.
I left at like 2 a.m. to go to the airport.
I wanted to get there as soon as possible.
Travelers getting out early ahead of Arctic air that will make this Thanksgiving among the coldest on record for millions. Overnight freeways were already backed up for miles, like here in Los Angeles. More than 48 million drivers expected to hit the road this week, the busiest Thanksgiving in more than a decade. Even trains will be packed. Crowds swarming Union Station in the nation's capital, and Amtrak expects more than 750,000 passengers the next few days. And if you're flying, you'll be joined by nearly 3 million people flying today alone. Luckily, airlines anticipating the rush, adding more available seats on flights, increasing TSA staffing, authorities even opening up restricted airspace to commercial flights to handle the surge. But for some in California, the crowds are the least of their worries. Smoke from those massive wildfires making visibility so low it's grounding flights in San Francisco. Back on the East Coast, preparations are underway for the frigid and windy conditions expected at tomorrow's Macy's Parade. Those famous balloons won't fly if winds top 23 miles an hour. Each balloon has its own supervisor, working with police to determine if it's safe to fly. And this year, a new security measure. Along the parade route, specially trained dogs to sniff out explosives, joining the thousands of officers on the streets and rooftops, protecting the expected 3.5 million spectators.
This is going to be a very safe place to be, so we encourage everybody, despite the anticipated cold weather, to come down, see the balloons, and have a great time.
Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
We'll have more on local holiday travel in a live report next half hour. But for the latest breaking news, the forecast, head to our new app. You can find it in the App Store under WWSB or under My Suncoast. In Health Smart, the CDC has a nationwide warning. Romaine lettuce is currently not safe to eat.
And on the Suncoast, local farmers say there's a way around the CDC's warning simply by buying local produce. Despite the E. coli contamination in romaine lettuce that has made at least 32 people sick across 11 states, some Suncoast farmers say organically grown lettuce and other produce is still safe to eat. They say the problems arise when large companies distribute a huge amount of perishable items. The origin of the current E. coli outbreak is still unknown and remains under investigation.
You can't ship something 11 days across the country and have it still be good if it's perishable.
When you're growing it, 10 or 20 miles away or something local, it has no problems.
So far, no one from the Sarasota and Manatee Counties Department of Health have been available to comment.
An update now out of California, where a state ravaged by wildfires is now bracing for another challenge: flash floods and mudslides. 3 days of heavy rain is on the way, and some parts of California could see up to 6 inches of rain by Friday. Now, yeah, that will help contain 3 of the major wildfires, but the scorched soil could give way to the water and result in mudslides and other damage. At least 81 deaths are confirmed from the Camp Fire, but some good news on the Woolsey Fire in Southern California. It has scorched 100,000 acres, but crews say it is nearly 100% contained.
Caught on camera, authorities in Oregon say an attempt to steal gas ended with a suspect on fire. Portland officials say someone tried to siphon gas from a parked U-Haul truck. That's when things went wrong. Something ignited the gasoline, causing a fire. You can see that there. And the next thing you know, the suspect is seen fleeing with his pants on fire. Firefighters responded to the scene and quickly put out the flames. Authorities are now poring over the footage and looking for clues on who the suspect is, who they assume may be in need of medical attention.
We told you yesterday about Northport Police testing body cameras. Now we'll show you what a body cam recorded this week in Florida during an officer-involved shooting. Watch this.
Guns. He's shooting. Look out, shots fired.
Now, this happened near DeLand, not far from Daytona. A suspect wanted on attempted murder charges drove head-on into a Volusia County Sheriff's deputy. He then opened fire on a second deputy before they fired back. Deputies were seen giving him first aid at the scene before he was airlifted for treatment. He's listed now in critical condition. No deputies were injured, but they have been placed on administrative leave as the incident is now investigated.
After a fierce midterm election, results from the 3 statewide recounts are now certified by the Florida Elections Canvassing Commission. The commission, made up of Attorney General Pam Bondi, Agriculture Commissioner Adam Putnam, and Republican State Senator Rob Bradley, certified the results without any discussion. Typically, Governor Rick Scott serves on the commission, but he recused himself because of his own Senate campaign. So Bradley was appointed to fill the commission's 3rd slot.
We need to make sure that all 67 supervisors are doing their job. And in 2 of those counties, Broward and Palm Beach, and I think in Hillsborough a little bit as well, I don't think they lived up to that standard. And the voters need to take note of that in those particular places.
The certification comes just days after the end of the manual recounts for the U.S. Senate and Commissioner of Agriculture races.
And by the way, local Senator Bill Galvano is now the Senate president in Tallahassee.
All right.
What a feather in his cap. Still ahead in Good Morning Suncoast. Move over Beyonce will tell you who Forbes says just out-earned the Queen Bee.
And coming up at 6:30, Thanksgiving is tomorrow. We'll take a closer look at some of the local groups working together to make sure no one goes hungry this holiday season.
6:07 right now on this day before Thanksgiving. Pretty shot out there. Looks like there's almost some fog off in the distance.
I saw some fog on my drive to work this morning. For more on our forecast, let's head over to meteorologist John Scalzi.
There is a touch of light fog out there, especially in inland areas. It's not going to be really limiting in terms of your morning commute. That's why I haven't checked any of the inclement weather boxes this morning. Should be okay. We're looking at low 60s for your commute to work, mid 70s on your way home from work. All in all, no rain, plenty of sunshine, beautiful day. We'll talk about the forecast in a second.
It's rainy season on the Suncoast. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When there's the potential for severe weather, you need to know fast. Trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather to get you the information you need right away. We focus on the storms that impact where you live, and we're committed to alerting you with important information as soon as we get it. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Meet Blue. Blue's not feeling well. The prescription? Generic medication. Blue wonders, do they really work as well as name brands? Yes, generics and name brand medications do work the same. Even though they may look different, generics have the same key ingredients. FDA approval is equally rigorous for generics to make sure they're as safe and effective as name brands. And Blue even saves some green, making him a little less, well, blue. Talk to your doctor about generics and visit fda.gov/generic drugs.
Experience true automotive luxury at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
As smart as our pets might be, they can't advocate for themselves. That's why it's important you make your pet part of your family's disaster preparedness plan. Talk to your veterinarian and visit banfieldfoundation.org/disaster. Don't save it for a rainy day.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
A crisp, cool morning with much of the morning and much of the evening spent in the 60s. In fact, it'll even be cooler this evening than it was yesterday. As the front was moving through yesterday, we hadn't really gotten into the drier air, but that drier air will continue to filter in throughout the day today. Calm winds right now, but they'll turn northeast and become perhaps a little breezy this afternoon. 63, the current air temperature, under plenty of starshine out there. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful start to the day. By 7 a.m., we'll probably be looking at temperatures that are close to 62, and as we head into the afternoon, top it out at about a seasonable 77 or so. And then this evening, we'll cool off pretty quickly because that drier air will be filtering in into the 60s by the time we get into the sunset period. Radar, quiet right now. Not seeing a drop of rain falling anywhere around here. You have to go down to the south to see any kind of showery activity. The front itself kind of washing away just about over the southern tip of the state. We'll look at a few scattered showers, going to be kind of persistent and ongoing from about Lauderdale southward down through Miami into the Florida Keys and Straits. That's probably going to be the condition for the next couple of days. Atlanta Airport, quiet. No issues there whatsoever, nor at the Raleigh-Durham or Charlotte airports. Back to the west, Dallas looking good, Houston looking good, Knoxville looking fine, Memphis, A-OK. The Louisiana Delta region, just fine. Any inclement weather across the nation today will probably be confined to the west coast from coastal Washington down through Oregon into the northern part of California and along the lake effect areas of New York and Cleveland and Ohio up through there. As far as our area goes, again, high pressure will continue to hold fast and be with us throughout the day today and into tomorrow. Changing a little bit as we head into the weekend. We'll talk about that in a moment. The snowfall futurecast shows some accumulations from about Erie all the way up through parts of New York State and then on up into down east Maine. Total accumulations will be at the highest elevation of about 2-3 inches, something like that. Then back to the west, higher elevation snows may approach 5 inches or so. We're looking at quiet conditions through the deep south for today and tomorrow. High pressure, the dominant weather feature. We'll have our eye on this area of cloudiness and rain showers back to the west in the western Gulf. There, a little area of low pressure may develop, which will move across our area on Saturday, bringing us much better rain chances. Full sunshine today. Kind of a cooler night ahead with maybe some some places seeing temperatures in the mid-50s in inland areas, upper 50s closer to the coast. And then we'll get slightly warmer as we head into the weekend. It'll be frigid cold in the northeast starting tomorrow. It's going to be cold today, don't get me wrong. It's in the 30s right now, but some cold air sinking out of Canada. That's what that kind of violet color is. We are looking at some temperatures that will probably top out in the 20s for the New York City parade tomorrow, with wind gusts as high as 30. So it's going to be tough if you're heading to New York City to watch the parade. Northeast wind coming in at about 15, decreasing to 5 to 10 this evening. Should be a beautiful sunset. Over the next several days, we stay in the 70s, dropping a little bit tomorrow. Should be beautiful tomorrow. A little bit more cloud cover perhaps. Then as we head into Friday, we'll cloud it up even a little bit more, but should be rain-free on Friday. As we head into Saturday, though, the clouds will thicken, and we will have a good chance of seeing some rain showers, maybe a thunderstorm clearing on Sunday. And then both Monday and Tuesday kind of unsettled as jet stream brings little disturbances across the area and keeps us in about a 20 to 30% rain chance. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look now at first alert traffic in Manatee County. Overall, it's a slow day on the roads. Nothing major to report there. As we head south of the northern half of Sarasota County, your usual delays on Fruitville Road as you head eastbound toward the interstate. And in the southern half of southern Sarasota County, there's nothing major to report at 6:15 on your Thanksgiving Eve morning. In entertainment news, a big weekend is expected at the holiday box office with several sequels making their debut.
And there's a new female earnings leader in the world of music. Any guesses?
Taylor Swift.
Let's find out from ABC's Jason Nathanson.
Holy cow! Look at all this stuff.
This holiday weekend should be a big one at the box office, with the Wreck-It Ralph sequel, Ralph Breaks the Internet, looking to score the most stuffing. It should take in somewhere around $70 million or more between now and Sunday, easily beating the boxing sequel, Creed 2. The Rocky World film should grab some decent cash of its own, though, maybe $45 million bucks. Robin Hood, however, looks like a big turkey. The Taron Egerton, Jamie Foxx flick expected to bomb big time. In Ralph Breaks the Internet, Sarah Silverman returns as the voice of Vanellope, and she tells us that while yes, it is an animated Disney film, it tackles some really big issues.
So much of the country, we're afraid of change. We're terrified of progress. We're afraid of the unknown. We're afraid of the unknown person. That really takes that on, you know?
John C. Reilly is also back as the voice of Ralph, with Taraji P. Henson joining the cast this time around.
To the left.
Move over Beyonce, there's a new music money queen. Katy Perry tops this year's list of top earning women in music. Forbes says that the singer and American Idol judge earned $83 million from June of last year to June of this year. Taylor Swift was right behind in second with $80 million, and last year's queen, Beyonce, falls to third with just $60 million. And birthdays today, our own Michael Strahan turns 47, while the always interesting singer Bjork turns 53. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Another star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This time it's the creator of Hamilton, Lin-Manuel Miranda. He's won a Tony, an Emmy, a Grammy, and a Pulitzer Prize for his work with Hamilton. The star ceremony is set for Friday on Hollywood Boulevard. It'll be good practice for him. He's got to do a lot of press with the Mary Poppins Returns, which opens on December 19th.
I'm sure Jimmy Kimmel will be there. He's always there.
Probably, yeah.
And she's known for fighting evil forces in the Upside Down on Netflix's hit show Stranger Things. But now she's become a champion for good in the real world. 14-year-old actress Millie Bobby Brown, also known as 11, is UNICEF's newest Goodwill ambassador, making her youngest Goodwill ambassador ever. The star says she wants to use her position to help raise awareness of children's rights, not only in the United States, but across the globe.
All right.
Doesn't even look like her there. Do you watch Stranger Things?
No.
Okay, it looks completely different. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, what police in New Jersey are doing to try and figure out if a mysterious mansion fire that left 4 people dead is somehow connected to another fire at a nearby relative's home the same morning.
And next half hour, a closer look at local holiday traffic and tell you how busy SRQ and Suncoast roads could get. 6:19 right now. Here's a live shot of Georgia's biggest city. There's the airport. Boy, that's a busy airport.
It is supposed to be the busiest in the world for Thanksgiving travel this year. I don't know how they predict that or how they figure it out, but that's what they say.
They do keep the passengers moving there. Nice little trolley system there within the airport. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy.
I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
No need to wait. Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota, where you always get better prices and a bigger selection. Right now, get America's most affordable 7-passenger vehicle, a new Dodge Journey for just $17,999, or get a new Dodge Challenger SXT, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy for just $23,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator, there was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Welcome back. Police in New Jersey are trying to figure out if a mysterious mansion fire that left 4 people dead is connected to another fire at a nearby relative's home that happened the same morning.
ABC's Candace Gibson has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a potential murder mystery in a well-to-do New Jersey neighborhood. Colts Neck, a $1.5 million mansion going up in flames.
Unfortunately, we have confirmed that there are 4 fatalities that were found to be at the home. It's 2 adults and 2 children.
Authorities say a man was found dead in front of the house. The other adult and the 2 children were found dead inside.
We are investigating this as an arson, an intentional fire, but I have nothing further in terms of investigating the fatalities that I can provide at this time.
To make it all even stranger, law enforcement sources say the owner of the mansion is the relative of the owner of this home in Ocean Township, New Jersey, which also caught fire Tuesday morning. And we'll have the very latest on the investigation coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
Which is the only egg good enough for my family? Only Eggland's Best. With more farm fresh taste, more vitamins, and 25% less saturated fat, only Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
The new Roomba i7 Plus is your floor's best friend. Only Roomba uses 2 multi-surface rubber brushes to grab and remove pet hair. And the Roomba filter captures 99% of dog and cat allergens. If it's not for my robot, it's not a Roomba.
When nighttime nasal congestion closes in,
Breathe Right strips are designed to simply open your nose right back up. So with Breathe Right, you can breathe better and sleep better. Breathe better, sleep better. Breathe Right.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Thank you.
What are you doing? Oh my.
You are the best protection she has. Buddy up. I'm Jill Harrington. Please visit helpsavethenextgirl.com and get involved.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework.
He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's just gotta
trying as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Cancer doesn't run in my family. That really was the farthest thing from my mind. I've been an athlete my whole life and I work in sports, so my mindset was just, let's fight. So our stories are all unique. So whatever you're going through, ask questions, get information and be involved. Don't ignore the signs. Join the fight. I'm Tony Beasley and I'm a stage 2 colorectal cancer survivor.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Hi everybody, I'm Alan, this is Tom. We're from Publix Apron's Cooking School. Tom, what you got for us today, Big Cat?
We have some pan-roasted steak pasta with pecans. And we're gonna start out, we have our steak here. We're gonna put some nice pesto on there. And then we're gonna pan roast it. We already have it roasted in the pan for the sake of time.
So what kind of steak is this, Tom? It's like a New York strip?
No, that's a tri-tip
That's a
sirloin,
tri-tip.
actually. It's
Very
beautiful
nice.
thick steak, yeah. So we got that roasted away. We're gonna put our baby Bella mushrooms in here.
Baby Bella.
Just a touch of those. We're gonna let those go for a minute. We got some herb butter. We're gonna put that in there with that.
Love the herb butter. That's the Kerrygold, isn't it?
That's Kerrygold.
That's a beautiful
herb butter,
thing.
yes. Now you can make your own or you can buy that.
Oh, yeah.
We got some pasta here.
Now,
We cooked it a little bit.
What kind of pasta is this, Tom?
We have some penne pasta.
Okay, so you could use just about any kind of pasta
You could
you
use
like?
any kind of pasta that you like.
Okay.
Not long pasta. You don't want to use angel hair or anything. It won't.
Okay.
It'll fall apart on you.
Fantastic.
You're gonna put in a touch of garlic here.
That's fresh chopped garlic now,
Fresh
isn't it, Tom?
chopped garlic.
It better
Absolutely,
be.
absolutely. Some pecans,
That
which are
toast
chopped
those
there.
pecans off beautiful.
A little bit of lemon zest there.
Oh, nice.
We got. We're gonna complement it with some lemon juice.
Now, you know what Chef Mark always says, if you don't want to put salt on your steak, finish it with a little lemon juice, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
And that kind of is a great substitute for your salt.
And some fresh spinach. This is baby spinach here, already
Beautiful.
washed. We're gonna put that in the pan right there, roast it up a little bit. Just until the spinach wilts.
Boy, that herb butter smells good, Tom.
And then we're gonna put some beef stock in there.
Beautiful.
A little bit of beef stock.
Looking fantastic.
Get that going there.
Beautiful, Tom. Great looking dish, Tom. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chef Al.
Starting tomorrow, be sure to stop by your Publix Apron Simple Meals kiosk to pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients for this great dish. I wish you folks could smell how good this smells.
Thank you, sir.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
Coming up, it's the day before Thanksgiving and millions are traveling. We'll tell you what's being done locally to make sure everything runs smoothly on the roads and in the air.
Plus, 15 people wind up behind bars accused of retail theft in stores across Sarasota County.
And we'll take a closer look at some of the local groups working together to make sure no one goes hungry this holiday season. Those stories plus your first alert forecast coming up this half hour on Good Morning Suncoast. Welcome back, everyone. It's 6:30 on your Thanksgiving Eve, also known as Wednesday morning.
Yeah,
I'm Jess Dodger.
Big transitional day. A lot of folks taking the day off of work, perhaps, leaving early.
Traveling on the roads, in the air.
Let's get to the forecast from First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi.
And does it look good for us today? No doubt about it. It's dry air filtering southward, bringing us rain-free conditions across the region. That drier air producing temperatures that are also just a little bit cooler this morning. They'll be even cooler tomorrow, though, because that dry air will continue to filter in all day long. 61 degrees in Bradenton, 63 in Sarasota, 65 degrees in Inglewood. That's 6 to 7 degrees cooler, even 8 degrees in Wauchula, cooler than it was just 24 hours ago, thanks to that drier air, allowing our nighttime temperatures to fall, calmer winds, clearer skies. Day planner shows a daytime high temperature today about seasonable around 77 and full sunshine wall to wall throughout the day today. Back to you.
Very nice. Thank you, John. Checking First Alert traffic now. A little lighter load you'll see. There is some congestion there on State Road 64, the eastbound lane as you head from the Holmes Beach area toward downtown Bradenton. Farther south, not too much to report. Some buildup there on 301 and Fruitville in both areas there. Bee Ridge also in the westbound lane as you go from I-75 toward Kettleman. South County, one little blip there, 41 northbound as you head from South Venice towards Center Road in the South County area. Indeed, a busy travel day. Millions of people heading to their Thanksgiving destinations.
Many of those travelers are headed in or out of the Suncoast. ABC 7's Marla Spence joins us live at Sarasota Bradenton International Airport with the story. Marla.
Jess and Ray, it may look quiet now, but traffic is picking up this morning at SRQ as travelers make their way in and out of the airport, or the Suncoast rather, for this holiday. Now, SRQ's President and CEO Rick Piccolo tells us almost all flights going out and coming in should be full over the holiday weekend. He says although this airport usually has full flights on a near weekly basis and can handle the traffic, that doesn't mean there's not a chance some issues will pop up over the busy weekend. Piccolo says because the huge uptick in number of passengers at other airports and the chance of bad weather up north, flights here could get delayed or canceled, but Piccolo says his airport is ready to handle any amount of travelers coming or leaving the Suncoast.
We're up over 30% a month right now, so it should be a little bit more crowded. We're as ready as we can be. We've got overflow parking ready. We've got more staff ready.
And it's not just airports that will be busy. AAA says 2.5 million people are expected to hit Florida roads this Thanksgiving holiday. AAA says roads will be congested from about 3 to 7 this evening as travelers mix in with rush hour commuters. I'm Marla Spence reporting live at SRQ Airport in Sarasota for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Marla. If you celebrate too much, AAA will be offering its annual Tow to Go. Goodbye, Marla. It's a free confidential ride within a 10-mile radius, good for up to 2 riders. The service will be available starting today and ends on Sunday morning. Also check out our app under WWSB or under My Suncoast.
New developments on a recent Manatee County murder investigation. Deputies say a man has confessed to shooting another man before setting his body on fire. 38-year-old Aaron Koziak is behind bars suspected in the murder of Antonio Bradley. Koziak was initially considered a person of interest in the case and was arrested on unrelated charges. But during that interview with deputies, Koziak confessed to shooting Bradley, then moving his body to MJ Road in Mayaca City and lighting it on fire. No word yet on when Koziak Posiak could make his first court appearance.
An update now from Sarasota police on reports of shots fired a couple blocks from the Sarasota Kennel Club earlier this week. Here are some pictures from the scene after it happened. The person who took the photos tells us a woman lives there with several kids. Now, police got a call about several gunshots heard from a house near University and 301. Investigators found several empty casings in the street. One person was inside the house but was not injured. Police say they are not cooperating either. So far, no arrests have been made.
15 people are behind bars after being caught and arrested in a 3-day operation by Sarasota County deputies. The operation targeted retail thieves, but one woman in the group was arrested after deputies say she stole another woman's credit card to make purchases. They say that other items stolen varied, as well as the stores they were stolen from, but several of the thefts happened at a Walmart and Home Depot on Cattleman Road. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is hoping the sting will remind everyone to stay vigilant as you shop.
You know, I see it all the time when I'm off duty. I'm in a store, I see someone shopping and I see their purse, and then they're 10, 15 feet away with their purse sitting in the cart and their backs towards the cart. It only takes that second or two for someone to grab that purse.
Deputies also say to make sure you're always aware of your surroundings, looking out for someone who may be looking to target you. And don't forget, lock your cars and hide any valuables from plain sight as you shop.
Looking ahead, next Friday is the last day to pay property taxes with a discount in Sarasota County. The tax collector's office is offering 4 ways to do it. To get a 4% discount on your property taxes, you can use their 24-hour drop box in any of their 3 locations. You can also go online to their website by midnight on the 30th, or you can just mail it to their office.
A follow-up now on the beautification project underway in Venice. The eastbound lanes of West Venice Avenue are back open. Crews are still working on several blocks of the westbound lanes. Another block of Miami Avenue is scheduled to open before the weekend. Crews have also paved Nassau Street and Nokomis Avenue from West Venice Avenue through Miami Avenue. Those areas are expected to be open to traffic by the end of the week. And a reminder, the Venice Holiday Parade is this weekend. Expect delays leaving the area during and after the parade. And 9 out of the 22 parks in Venice are being assigned as part of the Florida Adopt a Park program. The program lets volunteer groups, schools, and businesses help preserve these parks by picking up trash, cleaning park amenities, and other small maintenance tasks. Groups commit to a park for 1 year and even get a sign in their honor posted at that park.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office will give away hundreds of meals to those in need this morning. The drive is in honor of Sylvester Bellamy, a longtime sheriff's deputy who died in 2014. So volunteers will give away 200 meal baskets this morning to needy families and the homeless. It starts at 8:30 a.m. at Lincoln Middle School in Palmetto. A little farther south now, Northport Police is teaming up with Publix to provide Thanksgiving meals to families in need in what they're calling Operation Gobbledygoodness. There, I said it again for you. It's first come, first serve, and it'll happen at the corner of Avanti Circle and Bellcrest Court at 6 p.m.
The Sarasota YMCA is asking for your help to brighten the lives of foster children this holiday season. Right now, there are more than 1,500 children in Sarasota, Manatee, and DeSoto counties in the Safe Children Coalition Foster Angels program. You can request a child's wish list from the Safe Children's Coalition, shop, and then bring the gifts or donations to the organization's office. The coalition and the Sarasota YMCA are working together to provide community-based care for local foster children. And Santa and Mrs. Claus will be visiting 4 banks on the Suncoast this year to take free pictures with families, 2 in Sarasota and 2 in Port Charlotte. The couple will be at the Punta Gorda branch of the Charlotte State Bank and Trust next Friday before making another trip down from the North Pole the Friday after that at the Northport office. No appointment is necessary. The treats will be provided for the kids.
Do you have any pictures of you with Santa Claus? Yeah.
I have a picture of me and Ollie, my cat, with Santa Claus at the Humane Society back in Pennsylvania. So I need some updated ones.
Yes.
I need both my cats now. I don't know how that'll go.
We should bring in old ones for the next month to show. I think
Okay.
John Skulls, he has one of him. He's got a mustache.
Let's see him, John.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. Other news, a new report claims that President Trump wanted the Justice Department to prosecute Hillary Clinton and former FBI Director James Comey.
And we'll tell you why Ford is seeking a patent for a technique that gets rid of that new car smell.
But first, at 6:39, this is how it looks outside right now as dawn starts to break. Looks like some artwork out there.
It does. Looks like a painting.
That's what it is, but it's not. That's a live shot looking outside our studio. Not sure what direction that is, John.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I guess we're probably looking in inland areas, I'm guessing, toward the east. We're looking at some pretty blue sky out there, that's for sure. None of the inclement weather boxes checked for our drive time forecast. I don't think commuters are really going to have a problem. Low 60s as you head out the door, mid 70s, and rain-free on the way home. Now, for those people who are traveling out of the area, perhaps heading up to Orlando, maybe going to the airport here or down to Miami, there is some fairly dense fog in well inland areas, Highlands County, interior parts of Hardee and DeSoto County. Around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor, there's a little patchy fog there. But otherwise, should be quiet. Hardly anything along the coastline. We'll be right back with your forecast.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Get more for your money during the Subaru Share the Love event at Sunset Subaru. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $275 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It's a brand given life by craftsmen with seductive Italian styling. The Alfa Romeo Giulia, Stelvio.
Get yours at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself? What are you gonna make of me?
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we had a few scattered showers around yesterday. We had a 1/4 inch of rainfall, reports Owl in Northport, who's got 62 degrees. By the way, Jeff in Laurel Park, our other weather watcher, also has 62 degrees, 63 officially at the airport. So 62, 63, pretty common temperatures across the region. A lot of starshine out there, leading to some dawn breaking across the Suncoast and plenty of sunshine as well. Once that happens, we'll look for calm winds turning northeast, drawing down more dry air and lowering our dew point, which sits at 62, taking it down into the 50s tonight. So it'll be a colder night tonight, I think, by probably around 5 degrees or so. 63, as I mentioned, the current air temperature. As we head through the morning, we'll watch the temperatures continue to climb. Well, first, maybe get a little bit of a dip around the 7 o'clock hour, down to about 62. And then we'll rebound up to about 77 by 3 p.m. Plenty of sunshine throughout the period. Not a drop of rain is going to fall. We'll look for temperatures that fall into the 60s pretty quickly after sunsets because of that dry air losing its heat to space, and we'll fall into the 50s during the overnight, upper 50s during the overnight, and maybe some mid 50s in inland areas. Titan radar quiet right now. It'll be quiet for the next couple of days. So we are looking at a beautiful sunny day today, mild in the afternoon, cool and crisp tomorrow morning as that dry air is really kind of anchored in across the deep south, the Florida Peninsula, back into Texas and the plains. In fact, most of the country today is looking pretty quiet. There may be some scattered showers in the southern tip of our state because the front that moved through yesterday is kind of stalled out down there, falling apart, and that will be a focal point for showers, small amount of showers over the next several days. As far as the nation goes, look how quiet it is on Titan radar. We've got a few lake effect snows in the northeast, New York, and then some rain showers moving onshore in parts of coastal regions of Washington State, Oregon, and also in California as well. That'll lead to some heavier rainfall there tomorrow on Thanksgiving Day, and there could be some issues. As far as our snowfall forecast goes, if you're looking for a snowy Christmas, you're going to have to go into the higher elevations back to the west where some accumulations of up to 5 inches will occur. Also, perhaps some of the upstate regions of the northeast and the lake effect snow belts of New York and points north, we might see perhaps as much as a couple inches of snowfall on the ground sticking there. But some very cold temperatures coming your way in the northeast. High pressure brings us this northeasterly wind, and while New York tomorrow may have a high of 20, we're looking at some of that drier air riding on the northeasterly wind, bringing us some delightful weather over the next several days, with really the next rainfall chance not coming until probably Saturday. Quiet on boating conditions today. Looks like a good day. Maybe a moderate chop, though, as winds kind of pick up a little bit, surge a little bit this afternoon. 77 today, 75 tomorrow on Turkey Day, or 76. And we'll look for plenty of sunshine, maybe a few increasing clouds on Friday as a low-pressure area brings us a good chance of rain on Saturday. And then things quiet out for Sunday, and we'll have only minimal rain chances for Monday and Tuesday of next week. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look now at first alert traffic in Manatee County, your usual delays in both directions in between the city of Bradenton and the city of Palmetto. In the northern half of Sarasota County, again, your usual delays on US 301 if you're heading northbound near Fruitville Road. And in the southern half of Sarasota County, minor delays here and there, but nothing major to report at 6:46 on your Wednesday morning. Right now in Washington, a new report claims President Trump once wanted the Justice Department to prosecute 2 of his political rivals.
ABC's Elizabeth Hurd tells us why he was advised against it.
According to the New York Times, President Trump wanted to order the Justice Department to prosecute former FBI Director James Comey and Hillary Clinton. It's an idea as candidate Trump during the 2016 campaign he vowed to deliver.
If I win, I am going to instruct my Attorney General to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
But the Times reports now former White House counsel Don McGahn rebuffed the president, saying that he had no authority to order a prosecution. McGahn then had the White House lawyers write a memo for the president, warning that if he asked law enforcement to investigate his rivals, he could face a range of consequences, including possible impeachment. So far, no comment from the White House on this report. But President Trump is defending Saudi Arabia.
Because it's America first for me. Saudi Arabia, if we broke with them, I think your oil prices would go through the roof.
Standing by our Middle East ally, despite reports the CIA has concluded the Saudi Crown Prince himself ordered the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. That has now prompted Congress to demand that the Trump administration investigate the prince's role in the killing.
The president is also dealing with the Russia investigation, and we're told he has now turned in his written answers to special counsel Robert Mueller. Sources say he spent days with his lawyers on those answers, dealing with obstruction, not collusion. Elizabeth Hurd, ABC News, New York.
In consumer news, feeling the stress of splurging on gifts this holiday season? It turns out you're not alone.
No, a new report says almost half of Americans say they feel pressure to overspend on gifts. Is that you as well?
I don't feel the pressure, no. I just like to spend what I can.
Who feels the heat the most? Women and parents. But according to the survey by Bankrate, over 30 million Americans are willing to boycott gift giving altogether to save money around the holidays. And just under a quarter of gift givers are willing to re-gift presents. You ever re-gift?
Nope.
Experts suggest making a budget before you start shopping.
And ahead of the holiday season, thousands of Toys R Us employees who lost their jobs when the company went out of business earlier this year will be getting some severance pay. Two private equity firms that owned a stake in Toys R Us have set up a $20 million severance fund to pay ex-workers. Over 30,000 employees did not get a severance when Toys R Us went out of business. Former workers are also calling on a third Toys R Us owner and two of the retailer's lenders to contribute to the fund.
Disney is investing around $24 billion to supercharge its theme parks. Several resorts will get Frozen and Marvel rides, and a Star Wars Galaxy Edge park is going to Disney World in Orlando next year. Guess this, guests will get to experience sleeping aboard a starship. In place of regular windows, there'll be screens projecting a view of space as the ship travels through the galaxy. Wow, kids will love that. Disney has also ordered 3 new cruise ships and is buying almost 750 acres in the Bahamas to build a second port. Oh.
Finally, some people like that new car smell, but apparently a lot of consumers in China, they hate it. So Ford is seeking a patent for a technique that gets rid of the smell after the vehicle is purchased. Ford scientists say the smell comes with the release of chemical compounds in leather, plastic, vinyl, and adhesives. So they suggest, quote, baking the car until the smell goes away. For now, their patent pending system will only be available in driverless or semi-autonomous vehicles when the car itself can decide when to turn on the so-called vehicle odor remediation process.
I love the new car smell.
I like it as well. I don't mind it at all.
I prefer it. We'll have your top 7 headlines next. First, here's a shot of the airport in Dallas. Busy there as well.
All of the airports we've seen so far this morning have been very busy. It's a chilly 39 degrees there in Dallas this morning. We'll be right back with more news and your headlines after this.
Says Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Game on, Suncoast. Get scores and highlights from the area's top high school matchups on Football Friday night, just after the news at 11:15. Sponsored by your local Honda dealers.
Welcome back. Here are the top 7 things you need to know before you head out the door at 7 o'clock.
First off, the all-important travel forecast from John Scalzi.
It looks pretty good, actually. For most of the country today should be fine. The Northeast, though, is going to be frigid cold tomorrow. So if you're heading in that direction, pack your warmest clothes. For us, nice. 2 sunny days, mild days, isolated Friday showers in inland areas. Better chance of rain on Saturday, clearing on Sunday. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Number 2, the morning commute. Not a lot of traffic today. A lot of folks taking the day off from work, but there is some congestion already between Palmetto and downtown Bradenton. Be aware of that. Otherwise, take it slowly as you head out the door this morning.
Number 3, with gas prices continuing to drop across the country and on the Suncoast, the holiday rush is on, and Thanksgiving travel this year is expected to be the busiest since 2005. If you're flying, you'll be joined by nearly 3 million people flying today alone.
Number 4, a 3-day crackdown on retail theft ends the arrest of these 15 people in Sarasota County. Besides shoplifting, one shopper was arrested for taking another person's credit card.
Number 5, in Manatee County, a man turns himself in after allegedly shooting another man and then setting his body on fire. 38-year-old Aaron Koziak is behind bars, suspected in the murder of Antonio Bradley. During an interview with deputies, Koziak confessed to killing Bradley.
Number 6, a new top person in the Florida Senate is from Bradenton. Bill Galvano is the new Senate president. He has spent 16 years in the state legislature.
Finally, number 7, what's trending? If you're afraid of heights, now would be a good time to look away. A new skywalk just opened in Thailand that's over 1,000 feet above the ground. It's on top of Thailand's tallest completed building and features an observation deck and rooftop bar that offers 360-degree views. So even if you choose not to go out on the edge, you can still enjoy a pretty spectacular view. I don't love heights, but I'll try anything once.
Really?
So, yeah.
Have you ever been on one of those?
No.
I've gotten close. It's a little bit daunting when you get up on top of that thing, right?
I don't think I could do it.
No, me neither.
I really don't.
We could hold your hand.
Nice shot there, the 10th Street ramp and this longboat key off the distance. Thanks for watching.
Good Morning America is coming up next. Have a great day.